G'day ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We're just underway in the second half of this MND Awareness Round clash between the Joondalup Giants and the North Beach Sea Eagles. We are having some trouble with the stream, so at the moment you've got me on comms and trying to do the camera work as well, so just recording for the minute. North Beach, they get a penalty here early. An opportunity for them to perhaps post first points in this second 40. So they go beyond the halfway line on tackle one. DeVorms plays the ball, goes to Wooten. Wooten met by Sparrow. Comes out, Gulliver Brown, McDonald, goes to Miller. Miller looks to fight to his feet and eventually is allowed to play it. McDonald, well, they've had him under wraps all day so far. They drag him towards the sideline, but he stays in the field of play. Now Shepherd just one out on tackle 5 now. Well, perhaps not quite the play they were looking for. Now McDonald will go to the sky. It's off the post, it sits up, it's there for North Beach. And they've come away with a miracle try. I'm not sure exactly who it was that came up with the goods there for North Beach. They scored first here in this second half. Get themselves right back in this contest. McDonald with the conversion attempt. Knocks it over. It's 18 points to 12. Well, suddenly we've got a real ball game once again. A real ball game, but no ball. As we wait at the halfway line. All the players are up at the halfway line, but no ball. So eventually we've got one. We get back underway. So Marshall puts boot to ball. Goes down and Wooten charges back, runs into White. Miller out to Gulliver Brown. Gulliver Brown steps past the first defender. Almost comes out the other side. North Beach, they come out with a bit of energy. Wooten. Wooten rolls over. Plays it back to Shand. He gets it on to DeVorms. DeVorms. Well, the ball's come free there. He's complaining about the high tackle. There's a few players looking towards the touch judge for a bit of assistance as well. Referee says it was up over the shoulder. Not a high tackle. And just the error from Jaden DeVorms. Well, not what they wanted in the set after points. Jared Poy feeds the scrum. No one at the base of the scrum to pick it up. Ball came out. No one was there, but Joondalup do retain possession. Tuaiti gets the ball from the scrum win. Now Captain. They look to set the platform through White. Fido Kelly out to the right-hand side. They go that way. He tips it on to Irvine. Irvine, he's got the arm free. The ball's there. Manages to hold on to it, reels it back in. Now out the back to Marshall. Marshall underneath to Poi. He's put down. Quickly out of dummy half. They goes to Marshall. Marshall feigns to kick. Just takes it to the line. And he'll hand over possession just a metre out. Well, all offside, says the referee. And a penalty on the last play. Well, there's a big call from the referee. Gives Joondalup another set of 6. As Turner takes that one forward. Marshall. That's Fido Kelly underneath from Martin. Now Poi just ducks ahead and tries to burrow towards the line. Now with Davey Martin again out of dummy half. He's handled. Good defence from North Beach. That was Miller with the tackle. Now with Irvine. Irvine to Sparrow. Sparrow heads towards the line. Gets it down. Try Joondalup. Well, I don't know that either team has built pressure overly well so far today. But there was a perfect example as to how dangerous building pressure can be. Back-to-back sets, and North Beach just unable to hold on. Well, we get a pretty fair view of this conversion attempt. Joondalup out to a 22-12 lead. So North Beach, they'd got themselves back into the contest with the first try of the second half. Bit of a fortuitous one, bouncing off the goal post. Marshall a chance to take us back to the half-time margin of 12 points. Again, about 10 in from touch, moves in, strikes it pretty well. The flags go up. It is 24 points to 12 on the Cash Converters scoreboard. The Giants leading the Sea Eagles. Still plenty of time left in this contest. 32 minutes left on the clock. Dribbling kick, it sits up nicely, gets the kind bounce there, Captain. Jalen Gray continues his running battle with the Giants. Fido Kelly with another powerful charge. He's been really hard to handle. Been hard to handle all season so far. Irvine bounces away from one. Thought about the flick around the corner to Carruth, but holds onto it. Once again, right on the front foot with White. White shrugs away from one. White has pulled through a couple of tackles here today. They have busted tackles for fun here, the Joondalup Giants. Again, goes right to the line. Irvine spins, gets that pass around the corner to Sparrow. Sparrow on tackle 5. Comes back to Marshall for the kick. Puts up a real tester. McDonald sits underneath it, climbs. Knocked on, I think, from Joondalup. Picked up. McDonald goes back and cleans it up. Looks to get away from Carruth. Does. Then gives the pass to Miller. Miller, he dances, weaves. Miller now into a little bit of room. An important tackle from Riley Capdean, but they're on the front foot. Now with Gray. Gray, he looks to get away from Fido Kelly and does. But is pursued and put down by White and also Irvine. Blake. Well, there's no dancing from James Blake. He just takes it hard and straight. And it comes back now for McDonald kicking. He's looking for that 40-20. This time he's got a decent angle on it, but again can't quite buy a bounce. Martin, well, that's a pretty good set in the end from the North Beach Sea Eagles. Entertaining stuff. They put the ball down the right end of the park. Dummy and go from Martin. And the Joondalup player, I think it was Benskis, Dylan Benskis, just got taken out. They chase out after Papworth, I think might have been the culprit. The referee picks it up and the penalty is awarded. He's going to call Papworth out. There might be some further action here. He hit him without the ball. He hit him pretty hard as well. And he's going for 10. So they're going to be reduced down to 12 men for the next 10 minutes. Well, this could be a very important 10 minutes. Joondalup could really put on a few tries in quick succession. We certainly have seen the opposite happen on occasion. A team with their backs against the wall can actually rally together. They can get a positive outcome from having a player sent to the sin bin. Bit of us against them type approach. But Joondalup, they look like they're in a mood here in front of their home fans. Captain takes that charge. Now it's Martin on the back of it, tips it on. It's with Horton. Horton, slowish play the ball. Comes to White. White, dummied on the outside, goes himself. Now with Marshall. Marshall out to Poi. Poi had runners. Goes out to Benskis. Benskis driven back. There's some pretty decent defence there from Buckley. And on tackle 5. Comes back to Marshall. Again, going to put a tester up. Irvine chasing. McDonald. That ball's come out. Miller gets on it. And it's going to be a penalty. So got McDonald a little high is the ruling. So penalty to North Beach. I got the thumbs up there. I think that means the stream's back up and working. It's been a high stress day here for the local media services company team. I use the word team loosely. Looks like the lights are just coming on here at Admiral Park. It's North Beach try and work their way into this game with a man in the sin bin. Just trying to get through this next 10 minutes and stay in the contest. Miller, dummy to the outside, tries to go between two big men. And he does a pretty good job of it. Bounces away from Irvine and Poi. Shand out a dummy half. Didn't like what he had down that short side. Looked to go back to the open. Now the ball hits the deck. Ball comes out to Miller. Dangerous situation. He's hit, put away, and definitely a few complaints. There's players down. The players rushing in now. Horton's got the ball. We've got to sort out what's happened here. Definitely some complaints about the hit on Miller. There was certainly no whistle initially from the referee as to them having any issue with the contact. Miller is being escorted from the field as well. And we're just going to play on with the play of the ball here from Horton. So the North Beach crowd not going to get their way here. It's going to be Joondalup ball. Players getting tangled up. And again, a little bit of push and shove. This one looks like it might be about to boil over at any point. Sparrow looks to step up towards the halfway line. Has been a physical affair. Horton gets the ball. Just looks to take the settler. Now with Capteen. Capteen gets out the other side. Blakey holds on to him. And now on tackle 5. Again it comes to Marshall. Marshall goes to the sky. McDonald, well, he wanted to get his foot back into the in-goal area. Couldn't quite do that. And he's going to end up be taken back into the in-goal. And it'll be a goal line dropout. Well, tempers are starting to fray here at Admiral Park. And the Giants, they are pouring on the pressure. It's been fairly relentless. The Seagulls, they look a little battered. They look a little bit bruised. But you know they're going to continue to come. You know they're going to continue to fight. Poi. That ball bobbles around. He had the ball free. Binskis was right there ready for it. Couldn't quite get it out though. Now with Sparrow. Sparrow dummies on the outside to no one in particular. Takes the tackle. Martin. That's Smith out onto the field. Don't know that he's seen too much time so far. Now with Irvine towards the line. He's not far away. Martin to Marshall. Goes out. Capteen just had a little bit of a juggle. Tackle 5. What have they got on the final play? They worked down a short side. There's not much doing there. Still the last play. They're going to hand it over. The ball comes out. The ball came out. The ball went forward and it ended up in the hand. I think North Beach came up with the ball, threw it back, and this might be another set of 6. Well, that was a comedy of errors there. North Beach again, just handing another set of 6 to Joondalup. Quick play the ball. Smith. He takes a real settler, just a genuine settler. Out the back, it comes out to Binskis. Binskis looking to go between defenders, push towards the try line. Can't quite get there. Held up, says the referee. He'll have to go back 10 metres to play it. He'll need the ball though. Martin at dummy half. Goes to Poi. He's kind of played in halves today, Poi, but that's just a hit up. Very, very capable of doing that. Pushing away from the marker. Martin rolls it in behind, diving towards something still there, is it? Nope, they've got a knock on in the in-goal area from Joondalup and will come out to the 20-metre line. A couple of players down, injured in the in-goal area. The referee has stopped play because of that. North Beach not too happy with that decision. As they wanted to play on quickly. Manahira Tuaiti is one of the players. He's back on his feet and we'll get back into the defensive line. Can't quite see who the other Joondalup player down is. I think it may be Dylan Binskis who dived to try and score that try in the corner, but although Dylan Binskis is back in the defensive line, so it's not him. Sort of looking, looks like it might be Brad Sparrow. He's up on his feet now and looks like he's going to hobble over the sideline and up into the sheds perhaps. He's going to walk around back towards the bench. He's had a pretty good game, Sparrow, but his day might be done. Lawson for North Beach. The Seagulls, well, I'll say it again, still plenty of time left for them to score 2 tries. It's 22 minutes still left on the clock. McDonald, he gets underneath that. Jalen Gray was in front of the kicker, but it doesn't matter too much as Turner gets away from one, puts himself into the backfield. McDonald and Turner, this is a foot race for the ages. He pulls away from McDonald, but then gets dragged down from behind. Well, a chance now. Capdean towards the line. Hard and straight, gets over. Can he get the ball to the ground? The referee goes back. He's going to point to the spot. Try to the Joondalup Giants, and all started from the kick return of Luke Turner. The desperate chase from Cade McDonald could only prevent it for one tackle. And it's Riley Capdean that goes across to score for the Giants. They're out to a 28 points to 12 lead. Marshall with a kick from right in front. It's a long way back now for the Seagulls. Marshall gets that one over. He's been perfect so far today. 30 points to 12 on the Cash Converter scoreboard. $20 minutes to go. Now with an 18-point margin. The task is starting to look fairly forlorn. North Beach. Do they have another miracle in the Northern Derby? McDonald gets underneath it. Marshall comes forward to take that one on the full. Steps past the charging defence. But still picked up, driven backwards. Now with Horton. Josh Horton into the backfield. Well, you wouldn't think he's going to run the distance, but what a run from Joshy Horton. Up over the halfway line. Well, North Beach, they look like they're done defending for the day. How much more do they want to keep tackling these big men from the Giants? Martin, not one of the big men, but he's been a real tackle buster so far today as well. Marshall goes across to Smith. Smith sort of caught that one flat-footed and steps back into the teeth of the defence. On tackle 5. Goes to Poi. He gets underneath it. McDonald at the back, takes it nicely. They've certainly tested him out with a couple of high ones since Miller's gone from the field. He's had to go back to fullback. It's been a really tough physical game. North Beach low on numbers. Man in the sin bin. Plenty of things have gone against them here today. Long pass out to Buckley. Gray. He's tried hard but hasn't really been able to create anything so far. Gets a quick play the ball on this occasion. Is that Adam Roy back out onto the field? Looked like his day might have been done, but I think that was him that just took that carry. Tuichi. Well, a staggered chase really from North Beach. Well, at this stage, I'd be more hoping that this scoreline doesn't blow out because North Beach look out on their feet. Showing plenty of bravery, and we know they've got a lot of pride, this club. Now Ray up. The work to Poi. Poi dummy to the first, gives it out to Binskus, but the defence is pretty good there from the Seagulls. Palmer makes the tackle. The charge down. A chance here. It's if he can get a bounce, he can't. It comes back and will be dived upon there by Palmer. So North Beach, they do eventually get the ball, but well, the ball looked like it was controlled remotely as it danced around all the people that were trying to get hold of it. Eventually North Beach come up with it. Flick out the back. McCaskill. He comes towards centre field. 30 out. Well, they've got to come up with points pretty soon. Papworth. Back out onto the field after he stint in the sin bin, so it's back to 13 on 13. McDonald. Looks like he wants to go to the sky, and he does. Testing out Martin. Chasing through as Gray. The penalty in front of the kicker there, Jalen Gray. Well, there's been a couple of times where he's taken off a little bit early and gotten away with it, but not on this occasion. McDonald paused and paused and paused, waiting for that kick to hit the boot, and Gray just got a little bit of a head start. And is penalised as a result. Well, now with an 18-point margin, the clock really is starting to get against the Seagulls if they are to find some sort of miracle. Horton, he has been outstanding for the Giants, as have a lot of their middles. Horton and Beau White, though, certainly among the best of the Giants. Smith runs at Wallace. Now Marshall. Out to Poi, and that's good, solid contact. That's Shepherd. It's not Adam Roy over on that side. The fading light, and my eyes start to fail me. As McDonald, well, again, he was more concerned about trying to get into the in-goal area to take the catch, and he's come up with a knock-on in the in-goal. I'm not sure what he's complaining to the referee about. It looked from here a clear knock-on. I'm not sure what he's trying to say happened. In any case, they'll have to go the short drop out. They do. It hasn't quite got the direction they would have wanted, and a swinging arm from Cade McDonald. Well, he's lost the plot there. A big swinging arm from Cade McDonald. I don't know that he made contact, but it certainly wasn't a good look from the angle we had. That was frustration has boiled over from the North Beach Sea Eagles, number 6. And I think that might be the end of his night. I can't see how he stays on the field after that swinging arm. Stern talking to. Referee telling Gus Marshall to mind his business. It's on report. And he's going to stay on the field, McDonald. Well, I think lucky to stay on the park. And I wouldn't be surprised to see another action like that from him, because he seems like he's fired up. He seems like he's got the bit between his teeth. I don't know that there's any chill in Cade McDonald right now. Horton runs at McDonald. They get tied up. Well, he did okay there, McDonald, defensively on Josh Horton. Captain towards the line. Come out the back with Irvine. Irvine again carrying Wallace. Wants to play the ball quickly. Wallace just holds on and holds on. They're going to go from dummy half. Again, targeting Wallace. Wallace does well. Marshall gets to dummy half. They come down a short side. Powering towards the line, but can't quite get there. Tackle 5, Poy at dummy half. Well, don't be too surprised if he has a crack too. He's down on his knees though. Fires it out. Hansel Burns dribbles that one in behind. McDonald wants it to go over the dead ball line, and it does. In the long pass. It's up with Gray. Gray bounces away from an offside player. He's put down by Irvine. Well, the Giants have got to remember here to continue playing football. Now Buckley gets it out to Shepherd. Papworth. Chopped down around the bootlaces. Buckley at dummy half to Lawson. Again, nothing really going according to plans. They try and come up with a one-on-one strip. Pass. They go to the sky. A tester. It's going between fullback and winger. It's allowed to bounce. It sits up. It's knocked backwards from Tuiti. Binskers has it. Thought momentarily about a counter-attack, but Wooten makes the tackle on him. And North Beach all in front of the referee. So the offside penalty. We've still got 11 minutes left in this game. Joondalup, they're looking for the final killer blow. They lead by 18. You'd think they're home from here. It's been another impressive performance from them. Currently sitting second on the ladder. Depending on the result of the Fremantle-Rockingham game, they could find themselves sitting atop the ladder if the Sharks are able to cause a big upset down there in Rockingham. So Martin. Across the face. Bouncing away from a couple. Here's Raya. Now Fido Kelly, a bit of a juggle. Again, struggling towards the line. He's always hard to put down, and he's not too far away from it. Hanselburn to Marshall running at pace, or about as much pace as he can muster. Now to Martin. Martin puts the toe to the ball and taken in the slips. That might have been Papworth. Now McDonald. McDonald. Oh, he runs into the shoulder of Poy. And again, a little bit of push and shove. And again, they want to... And he's come up with the error. And a lot of backslapping for the Joondalup Giants. Well, Cade McDonald ran straight into the shoulder there of Poy. And that's got the crowd to their feet. There's been a couple of real personal battles, it seems, out there on the field today. It's been enthralling to watch. It's threatened to boil over a couple of times. It's Turner. He looks to get away. Oh. And again, offside. I think again that's against Gray. I think they're going to take the tap. Anselbone. Raya. He takes the settler to get us started. Can they put the cherry on top here? Fido Kelly. Again, 3, 4 in the tackle. Just to try and hold on to him. And again, gets over the line. The defence, as brave as it gets from North Beach, they hold him up. And again, send him back 10 metres. Now Poi holds that up. Irvine comes up with the error. Forward pass in any case. And in the end, a bit of a nothing set. North Beach, it kind of feels like all they've got left is trick shots. They haven't really been able to go with the Giants physically here today. And they've just hoped for a bit of luck and a bit of individual brilliance to try and keep them in the contest, and that hasn't really eventuated either. Some of their real superstars, like Gray, McDonald, Miller, been largely well contained. Had a few injuries and whatnot throughout the day as well. Miller, one of them. Wallace dabs that one in behind, gets a good bounce, it sits up, back to Wallace, and they've created something. Well, you feel it's far too little, far too late, but Jeremy Wallace just put that kick beautifully into no man's land. To Manahela Tuiiti, he had a bit of a nightmare. It bounced up over his shoulder, sat up for Ethan Buckley, who gave it back into the man that kicked it in Jeremy Wallace. He runs away to add some real respectability to the scoreline. At 30 points to 16 with a kick to come. Wasting no time with the conversion attempt. They put that one through. So it's 30 points to 18 on the Cash Converter scoreboard. Well, where there's life, there's hope, I suppose. 2 tries in 5 minutes, certainly not beyond the realms of possibility. A draw, still a possibility for the Seagulls, you'd think. Joondalup, all of a sudden, the wind has been sucked out of their sails. They've had a number of chances to really put this game well and truly beyond the reach of North Beach. They haven't done that. They've kept them in it. Straight away, they look to attack from the kickoff. And the pass has gone forward from Jeremy Wallace. And as soon as hope came, it disappeared. Well, now the Giants. Can they put the finishing touches on here? It's Davey Martin here at first receiver from the scrum. It's Gus Marshall a little wider. It's Martin that bounces away from one. The ball comes out. They've given up possession on the first play. North Beach through Gray. He's driven backwards. Just trying to go backwards before going forwards, but can't do that. Lawson, well, up quickly there, the Giants. And again, they're still looking to use really good line speed towards the back end of this game. Showcasing their fitness with 4 minutes still to go. Pass, McDonald puts boot to ball. He's not going to quite get the run on that he wants. Tuiiti Gets back. It's a good chase here from North Beach. Jaden DeForms makes the tackle, flopping in late there, Buckley. Now Binskus. I think the result now, we're just about ready to call it. It's a good, strong charge. Poi gets the arm free around the corner to Martin. Tried to grab it on the second attempt, but puts it down. Well, we've certainly seen some enterprising play from both teams at different stages. Not a great deal of it has worked and come to fruition, but it's been very close. We've seen a couple of very entertaining tries. The Giants, they continue to impress in season 2023. Because they started the year with a couple of losses, and now it's the North Beach side with McCaskill. They're away down the touchline, so they're not quite ready to give up just yet. As Gray, he looks to find some room through the middle of the field. Chopped down by Captain and Hansel Burns. Now Wallace across. Gulliver Brown runs into trouble there, and Dylan Binskus, who puts him away, looking to fight to his feet. They get out of dummy half. It goes to DeForms. DeForms goes between them. Reaches out, slams it down. Try North Beach. Well, Jaden DeForms looks in a little bit of strife here. He looks to have really hurt himself in actually scoring that try. And there's a lot of concern from some of his North Beach teammates, but Joel Irvine's also stayed down. He sort of overread that play there, Irvine. Created that space. McDonald, well, the kick will be waved away. So 30 points to 22 is the score. I'm not sure we're going to see too much more play. They can't get this game back underway with the North Beach player sitting in the in goal there. And 40 seconds left on the clock. And he does stop the clock with 35 seconds left. As I say, DeForms, he doesn't look too well. Not able. Oh, he's up, and they're gonna try and help him from the field. With 35 seconds left, I'm not sure why they'd be taking him all the way over to the other side of the field. They may as well head back towards the sheds, I would think. Would be the direction I'd be heading. In any case, he's going to go all the way over to the other side of the field, and then in 30 seconds' time, he's going to have to go across to this side of the field. But we're underway. The final 30 seconds. Lawson's going to take it up. No chance of snatching the draw after that misconversion from McDonald, but they really have added some respectability, and they've kept fighting right to the very end. Joondalup, they'd be disappointed with the way they finished this game once again, but they'll be happy with the final result. 30-22 winners. Unless we've got something on this final play as McDonald fires it across. Back in now, goes to Wallace. Wallace is going to try and put a kick through. Martin, he wants a bounce, it sits up. Wallace is chasing it through. Davey Martin, maybe he wants to have a final say. He's going to take on the defender and then goes towards the sideline, goes into touch. We're done here at Admiral Park, and the Joondalup Giants are victorious.